Alrighty, good morning everybody. How are we doing today? We got a lot to do, guys. A lot to cover in PokeMMO today, as per usual. Very busy game. Look at all these Nincada. I have a couple Nincada to prepare. As you can see, these are all level 9. We're going to be continuing the Shedinja hunt today. I need to get these to level 19 with XP candy larges, and then we'll pop a charm and turn them all into Shedinjas at some point. Really specific hunt that I've been doing recently, as it's become a lot easier with the help of XP candies. And on the top of that, you may have noticed I actually have a Quagsire in my inventory. The reason for this is Quagsire just recently got moved to UU. I always tell people stay on top of PvP changes. It's super important. Whether you play PvP or not, understanding what Pokemon are being moved around into what tiers is really good for making Pokeyen. So since Quagsire is all of a sudden now in UU, a lot of UU players who didn't previously own a Quagsire because it was in the NU tier all of a sudden need a Quagsire. So I'm going to be working on that a little bit today. Something important to keep in mind with Quagsire is that you really do, you need a couple of things. It's actually kind of specific. You need number one, hidden ability access, and you also really need the move Recover as an edge move. So we're going to see how many good Quagsires I can make today. They may not be perfect, but we'll see what happens. Other than that, rare shiny hunting as per usual, money making via breeding. We'll do all kinds of fun stuff and answer Pokemon questions. Hope you guys are having a beautiful morning. What happens if you run out of Pokeballs in Evolved Nincada? Does it just not evolve? It won't spawn a Shedinja. So with Nincada, you need to have a Pokeball and a open party space, and if you don't have either of those, it just won't spawn the Shedinja. You'll still evolve into Ninjas, but you won't get the extra Shedinja. Is breeding egg moves onto alphas expensive? It depends on the Pokemon. It depends on the egg move. We're gonna go ahead and see how expensive this is. I bought this Quagsire for 30k. We're gonna keep track. This might have been a bad buy. It's 30k for a 2x31 with a bunch of other stats. Like, I thought it'd be good enough, so we'll see if I'm wrong. Let's go ahead and see how we get an egg move, or how we get Recover onto this Quag. The way that I generally go about finding out how to get an egg move onto a Pokemon is I look up the moves Bulbapedia. So I'm going to Recover on Bulbapedia, and then I'm going to try to find Pokemon that share the same egg groups as Quagsire, aka Water A and Field, and then try to get it on via that. So we'll see what we can do with this. Now, there's a shockingly small amount of Pokemon that can get Recover and breed with Quagsire. It's actually, I think it's just it's Corsola, Melodic, Shellos, and Gastrodon from what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing any field groups. I think it's just the few Water A's / Water 1 egg group Pokemon that share with it. Someone said, are going to be hunting Suicune or Moltres today, Pat? Absolutely not. I got the Legendaries, so I got each Legendary first month of their release. Past that, there is, like, Legendaries are only worth going for if you're a collector. Financially, they are horrible. Ridiculously bad Pokeyen per hour. You should never, ever in a million years be hunting Legendaries for profit. It's horrible, unless you do it for fun. Obviously, do it for fun, but efficiently, it's horrible Pokeyen per hour. But they're fun to collect. So I went ahead and I got each Legendary first month of their release, and then I never need to catch another Legendary ever again until more of them get released. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not seeing a way to get Recover on this Alpha Quagsire and have it still be a profitable breed. When you want to get egg moves, so I messed up. So what I can do here is I can just breed up the Quagsire egg move wise. What's the cheapest Quagsire just with hidden ability access becomes the question. / the cheapest, like, let's see, Wooper. So there are some Woopers. Those I might want to pick up and start breeding the egg moves onto. I'm going to pick up some of these. We're going to do some of these breeds today, like I said. Here, we'll grab 2 really quick. But for this Alpha Quagsire, I just want to go ahead and honestly just breed it up IV-wise. We're not going to worry about getting Recover on it because it's just going to obliterate the profits. Here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to buy this Mightyena. I'm just going to breed up the IVs on this Quagsire and essentially sell it as a breeder. I think that's the best way to dig myself out of this hole. There's a million ways to breed Pokemon, like, for different purposes, and understanding what to do in what situations. If you make a bad buy, like I did here, I kind of jumped the gun on this Quagsire purchase. You can dig yourself out by doing this. So I'm going to go ahead and buy a defense brace and a HP brace. We'll pick those up. So spent 20k on both the braces. We'll add that plus 36k, I believe, for the Mightyena. So we're going to add plus 56k to our total cost. Now, I might not make too much profit on this, but we'll see. We're going to put both braces on. We're going to pay the extra 5k to make this male. It's going to be super worth it. This is going to come out 3 times 31, as well as 30 special defense, which is actually super nice. We're going to go through with this breed. We are going to pay the extra Pokeyen to make it male. think it's going to help increase our profits. So we'll add plus 5k onto the calculator. So I paid 90k for this breed. Let's go ahead and guesstimate what this is going to end up selling for. The way that I would price check this is by doing water A or field. Let's see which sells for more. And then doing 31, 31, 31. We can add the high stat here in a second, but let's first just check. Like, that's a horrible profit. That's a loss, unfortunately. Let's see field. Yikes, not looking good. What if we add the 25 plus here? Okay, it's manageable. If I add the 25 plus, if someone's actually looking for that, that's not manageable. I mean, I can still probably sell this for 95k. Water A, I'll probably end up selling this for like 100k. This Quagsire, just trying to break even on it. And if you can break even on a misbuy on an incorrect breed, that's about the best you can do usually. So I'll take it, you know? All right, moving on from that train wreck of a breed, let's go ahead and get recover on these Woopers. These will actually be some good breeds. Well, I like breeding egg move first with no stats having to worry about, because then it becomes a lot cheaper. It's less to manage, and it saves you a lot of stress. But I made another mistake with this Wooper being male. Wow, a lot of mistakes today with breeding. Clearly, it's not the day for breeding, so I'm going to go ahead and just... what I'll do is I'll just sell this Wooper back at like a loss or like a, you know, whatever. And I will... yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and sell this one back. I'll keep the female one. We can actually do a breed for profit with this, but it's good to, you know, days like this, I don't know, it just happens, you know, man, and it's good to show because everybody makes mistakes and learn how long you've been playing. Female Wooper, let's go ahead and check it out. Let's go ahead and get a male Shellos, Melodic, or something like that to get recover on it. We can look for has move recover. It's going to be pretty cheap, so I don't mind. Let's do male. Once again, we're not really worried about stats. I can try to look for 20 plus in HP and defense and just carry them over. 3k or so. Hyper cheap breed. I'll take it. Why not? Once again, we're mostly just trying to get the egg move onto it. So let's go ahead and head over to this. Are we making a Quagsire for the Ho-Oh fight? No. I'm making a Quagsire for profit because Quagsire just got moved up to the UU tier. And whenever Pokemon get moved tiers, they become a lot more profitable to breed. I'm not going to worry about gender here because I can always buy a cheap Ditto. We're going to put in a Pokeball. There we go. That breed's coming through. All right, our Alpha Wooper hatch came out bold. We didn't Everstone that, right? Okay, so we just randomly rolled the perfect nature. So a breed that should have been for a loss, once again, comes out actually at a profit because we have streamer luck. Now, I mean, it's a mixture of I made the right decisions to get out of that hole. Let's go ahead. So we're going to do 31, 31, 31, 25 bold on a Wooper. This becomes a lot better, dude. This just became a lot better. Let's check Quag, maybe. This became so much better. It's not going to have access to recover. Let's see what this guy... Wow, but this becomes stupid good. I'm not going to lie. Let's get rid of the alpha. Let's just do bold. Oh, there's like nothing comparable. Hidden ability access. Let's do 20 plus, maybe. Dude. This actually became an extremely good breed. I'm going to go ahead and list this thing. Does this have recover? This doesn't have recover either. Dude, I'm going to list this thing for like 250k. This went from a mistake breed. I'm going to do 220. This went from a hopefully I break even to, oh, now I think I'm making... let's do 200. Let's just play it safe. Now I think I'm making 100k on this breed. Now I think I'm making 100% profit on it, which is just unbelievable. That's just how breeding goes sometimes. We'll take it, man. That is super solid to see. And it insta sells, obviously because of the Patrouski OT and some streamer privilege, but also because Woopers and Quagsires, you just saw in the market, like if you could flip that probably. It wouldn't surprise me if someone relists that to flip. Like the demand right now for Quagsire is just gonna be so ridiculously high because of that PvP tier transition. So take advantage of it, man. Take advantage of moving markets when things get announced, when updates happen. Some of the best time to make the best Pokeyen. How to EV train fast? XP shares and ×5 hordes. Like EV training is so fast nowadays, ridiculously fast. You can EV train like 5 Pokemon, 252 in one stat in 15 minutes. Back in the day, I always said, you know, back in my day, I'm 26, I'm old. Man, in 2013, if you wanted to train special attack EVs, you would sit in Lavender Tower, running back and forth, killing Ghastly one by one, getting one special. I have a video talking about it. It took, I'm not joking, 10 to 13 hours to EV train one Pokemon in special attack. It was horrible. It was unbelievable. It was so slow. Anyways, now our Wooper hatched. We paid like 6K just to give it recover and hidden ability. It's looking fantastic. Now we can actually start breeding up the stats onto it. So I'm gonna go ahead and look for, we've got 20 plus HP and special in defense. We can probably high roll the special defense. I kind of want to go special attack stat on it. So I'm gonna look for a group water A or field male. These are probably pretty cheap. Let's see. It looks like they're going up in price, though. This one's 10K. We'll go ahead and yoink that while it's nice and cheap. Now we can go ahead and grab a special attack brace, whop that on over to our Growlithe. I bet that these egg group prices for certain stats are going to go up a little bit because of the Quagsire, just for a short amount of time. Like, stuff like this doesn't stay super good for long. Now we're going to have recover. Perfect. This breed's coming out fantastic. We're going to breed this up quite a bit. Let's keep a total cost. So we paid 6K for hitting about, I think we could make insane profit if we breed this. If we breed this all the way up to like 5 times 31 or like really, it could be insane. So let's calculate. That Growlithe cost 10K plus 10K for the brace, so it was 20K there. The Wooper, we're 6K into it, so 26K is the total cost so far. I'm going to carry this breed for a while, I think. The cool thing is usually when you're breeding for profit, you could breed multiple eggs, but I kind of just want to focus on this one breed. So what I can do is I can go spend some time getting some levels on Nincada, which is honestly a fantastic thing to do in spare time. Hey Pat, I've played OU for the last 2 months, and I play to actually deal damage with moves, but there's a lot of walls, mons with full status moves, toxic all your mons, stealth rock, toxic rocks, etc. Do you recommend I play UU? I'm gonna be honest, I could be wrong. From my understanding, Stall is really bad in PokeMMO. It's kind of good in NU right now, but it's kind of actually getting pushed out since Blaziken moved back down to NU. Stall is kind of getting pushed out. It was really good without Blaziken. In OU, Stall is really bad. If you go talk to AFC Adino, Smooge, okay, Smooge and Spidget, I'm pretty sure they'll all agree that like Stall is pretty bad. And generally hyper offense is, I always hear the higher level PvP players that I all talk to and I all hear, they all say that hyper offense is the best strategy in PokeMMO and the most ran strategy in PokeMMO. So if you're trying to deal damage, PokeMMO is probably the metagame for you, man. Hyper offense is super coveted from what I hear. I could be wrong. I don't actively play. This is just from what I hear from the best players. If someone asked if I was going to play some PvP on stream today, I never play PvP on stream for 2 simple reasons. Number 1, stream sniping. Number 2, backseating, and it's just not worth it for me in my opinion. But I've been doing pretty well this random season. I'm sure I'll lose some more games the more I play, but I've been playing a little bit of PvP this season. Currently 9-2, really high win rate, but I just haven't played that many games. I love randoms. Randoms is so much fun. I had 2 games recently that I thought were unwinnable, and I managed to pull them out, and that felt really good. So I'll probably do some post commentary on them since I didn't live commentate them. It's probably worth it since they were such good games, honestly, in my opinion. Randoms is a lot of fun. If you haven't played randoms, man, if you haven't played PvP in PokeMMO, go try randoms. It's so much fun, dude. It's so good. You can jump in it with just 4 gym badges. You don't need Pokemon. You don't need PvP Pokemon made. You can just play. All right, here's our Wooper. Did this Wooper also randomly roll bold? We didn't Everstone anything, did we? Well, now I feel like I have to just sell it. I was gonna kind of carry up the breed, but if it randomly rolls nature with these stats, this is just a super usable Quagsire. Once again, we paid 26K for this breed. Let's see what we can sell it for. Just if we do 20 plus in all of these stats. Let's do 20 plus, 20 plus, hidden ability, has move, recover. So this is just like bare minimum price for a Wooper. Oh my god. With the stats that it needs, plus recover, plus hidden ability. Okay, I'm not, 400K is ridiculous. This is overpriced as hell. But wow, I paid 26K for this, keep in mind. I probably end up selling this from anywhere from like, I probably go 120K on it. Dude, the profit that could be made. The profit that can be made. I'm going to go 124 actually. 125. The profit that could be made from doing egg move Pokemon. I've actually made videos talking about this in the past. Egg move, like Belly Drum, Aqua Jet, Osboril is some of the most profit I've ever made. What's the 26,000 for? It's how much I paid for this breed, and now I'm selling it for 125K because I luckily rolled a good nature. But this is just a really good Quagsire comp, and I have to breed everything obviously, but that's insta sold. Dude, I almost want to sit here and keep breeding. The Wooper and Quag demand right now is just so ridiculous. I was gonna leave because I was fucking up so many breeds today, but with stuff like that, that's phenomenal. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 more, honestly. Let's just buy 2. Make sure we buy females, not make mistakes this time. Let's buy our two female Woopers with hidden ability access. Go get 2 male Shelloses with recover. All right, 2 more Wooper breeds coming up. Both of these cost me around 6K. We'll say 7K. We'll just high roll it for both of these to come out. So we're going to do 7,000 times 2. 14K is our upfront cost for these 2 breeds. Let's see if we can get something nice with them. Genuine question, why would moving up a tier cause it to go up when it was already usable in said tier? It's just more exposure, therefore more demand. It's really because what happens is Quagsire becomes better in the UU metagame due to certain changes or due to certain counters, checks, whatever, right? So now Quagsire becomes better in the tier all of a sudden. Just because it was usable in the tier for a long time doesn't mean it was as demanded, right? So certain changes happen, like that make it more demanded in that tier. It's really just basic supply and demand, right? Quagsire becomes better in UU, therefore more UU players need it. There you go. Bam, boom. More profit, more demand for it, more profit. How can any Pokemon become alpha or only certain Pokemon? Only certain Pokemon have alpha variants. You can always check the Pokedex. If you go to Pokedex and go to alpha, you can actually see a full list of all of the alpha variants that exist, which is really handy in game. Okay, both of our Woopers hatched. This should just be the initial section where we're just getting recover on them. All right, so now we need to work on IVs. I'm gonna need Dittos for this, but thankfully Dittos are hyper cheap, which just makes this even easier. I'm gonna do 31 there. We could try to high roll special attack, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to find. That might be a little out of price range in terms of profit. Honestly, just kidding. Dittos are stupid cheap right now. Wow. 8,500 for 31 defense. Defense is really, really important on Quag. We're trying to high roll special attack. It's super worth it. I'm gonna buy that. We're gonna go ahead and get a defense brace. Put that over onto our Ditto. We'll take care. We'll get another breed. We'll get this one ready. This one came out Relax. Now, man, Relax is actually a super usable nature on Quagsire. I'm pretty sure it's suboptimal. I think you want Bold, but a fair amount of people run Relaxed. Man, that's almost super, super good. The problem is I can't finish this in one breed. There's no way. There's just way too many stats that would need to roll. Is Jolly Dragonite good, or is Adamant the only option? I feel like Jolly is usually... Oh, Jolly is... Well, right now, apparently Adamant's better. Yeah, it's always good to check PvP stats. Jolly is good at certain times and in certain metagames. When I see stats like this, what this tells me as someone who doesn't really play PvP or practice that much is that right now, Adamant is just better suited in the speed tiers of the metagame than Jolly. That's really all it comes down to. But Jolly could become good if things switch up a bit. Now getting this Ditto, this is perfect. 5K for this. So the one Ditto, we didn't count the prices yet. One sec. We paid 8K for one Ditto, 5K for another, and then we're also about to pay 20K for 2 braces. Okay, so far 47K is what we've put into both of these. All right, here is the first breed. Gonna come out 20 plus HP, 31 defense. Hopefully we get a high roll on the special attack and then 20 plus special defense. We don't have a nature on it yet. Don't need to worry about gender. We're gonna let that roll. We can always get Dittos since Dittos are super cheap. Once you get to 2 times 31, that's where you have to kind of pay the extra price to make it female. But until then, I'm just gonna let the gender roll and not pay the extra 5K. Kind of a niche question, but do you know if the devs ever answered whether being on premium lore affects the... Dude, I don't know whether it affects the secret shiny rate on Shedinja. I actually popped premium lore the other day when I did my Shedinja hunt just in case. I don't know. If someone wants to make a forum post, maybe I'll have to go make a forum post asking. That is a very, very specific question. If sitting still and popping your premium lore actually gives you that boosted secret shiny chance when just using XP candies to evolve Shedinja. I have no idea. I'd love to get that. It's a really specific niche mechanical question. Would love to see that answered. Can I use Pokemon that are considered NU in UU or OU teams? Yes, you can always use lower tiered Pokemon in higher tiers. You just can't do higher and lower. Quagsire moved from NU up to UU. Ooh, someone said there's a Kanto swarm. Go check it, Pat. It's TTar. You know what? I am down to go check TTar swarm. That's actually pretty damn nice. All right, here is the Woopers. This one came out Careful, which is we can just go ahead and, rebreed it. That's totally fine. They both came out Careful. Weird nature RNG kind of happening. All right, let's go ahead and keep breeding these up, and then we'll go check those Tyranitar Swarm. All right, so for the first Wooper, I can go ahead and look for, I can buy this one. It's going to be 8,500. We're going to add that onto the calculator. I'm going to add on 18.5 because I'm going to pay for a brace. Actually, I'm paying for 2 braces for this breed. I'm going to add another 10K. Things are going to get a lot more expensive here, I will say. Let's go ahead and go buy those 2 braces. I'm going to get a defense one and a special attack. Then next Wooper breed, let's go ahead and get that one taken care of, to be fair. Let's get it prepped and ready to go. And then next Wooper breed, need a lot more stats on this one. Let's see if we can get something rolled. We're looking for a Ditto once again. Actually, this one's female. We could actually look for egg group. Let's do that, honestly. It might be cheaper. It might be cheaper to get Dittos. We'll have to see. Water a male. So we're looking for, we can high roll the special attack. Let's look for 22 plus there. Special defense and HP. We're more likely to high roll, especially just one stat higher. I want to get 31 HP on this. That is super important. So, yup, Dittos are literally cheaper too, which is just really, really funny. 5K for all these. What if I do 25 plus in both of these? Is it still 5K? Yes, it is, which is perfect. So I can go ahead and buy that Ditto for 5K. We're going to do plus 25K for the cost of the 2 braces plus the Ditto. So far, we've paid around 100K for these 2 breeds. All right, here is the breeds. Wooper, 2 times 31, 25 plus. Hopefully we get a nature roll. That would be incredible. It probably is worth... Do I want to pay the 5K here? I think it actually is worth to make them both female for 5K. So we're going to add 10K on the cost. Not price check, but the cost. I think it's worth it. I'm going to go for it. Yep. I think it's worth it. So we'll pay 5K for both. Do plus 10K on the calculator. 110K spent so far. All right, time to check these TTars. Let's see if we can get lucky or get stopped by Wild Encounter Fanpy. No shiny TTar, but it's always fun to go check these. I'm glad I came and checked it out. Okay, our Woopers hatched. This one came out serious yet again, so I'm glad I paid for the to make it female. This one is why are they both coming out the same nature every time? What are the statistical odds of that? This one came out pretty good. I have to roll up the special defense, but this is honestly, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go ahead and see what these, we can find good breeders for these. Hey, you know what? I was going to keep breeding these up IV-wise, but let's just go ahead and get nature on this one and get the breed taken care of. Could it really be that cheap? That seems kind of ridiculous. Oh my God, 9K to finish this breed? No shot, right? That seems stupid good. So if I buy this Slowpoke, that's ridiculously good. If I buy this, I need Everstones. Let me just buy a bunch. I usually try to buy Everstones in bulk whenever, I'll buy the 15 whenever possible. But I'm going to be using, oh no, someone bought one, so it, you sniped my Everstones. Come on. Okay, Everstone, put that on the, the Slowpoke. We're going to buy a defense brace to put on this. So I paid 9K for the Slowpoke, 10K for the brace, 6K for the thing. So what is it? 20, what's the math on that? Like 20, like 30, no, 27K-ish? 27K-ish, I believe, to finish up this one Wooper breed. So we'll do plus 27K on the price check. Sure. We'll do the same thing on this Wooper. Let's find a... actually, no, this one needs more IVs. So you know what? We can actually go ahead and keep breeding this one. Sure. Okay, so it seems like 34K is going to be our best bet here, buying this Meowth. Let's go ahead and pick that up for our other breed. So that was 34K. I'm going to add that to the price check before I forget about how expensive that was. So 34K, and then I need double braces. I need a special defense brace and an HP brace. That'll be plus 20K on the price check, or the cost. Around 200K so far. I'll see you guys with how the breeds are actually coming out. I'm going to go ahead and preemptively add... actually, do I need gender on both? We'll play it a little slower. Let's do the correct braces. Boom, boom, just like this. Well, that's actually not correct. Wait a minute. Always be slow when you're doing 2 breeds like this. Okay, so here's our first Wooper. 2 times 31, 25 plus, and all the stats. It needs bold nature. That's going to be incredible. I don't need to pay gender for that because it's going to be a ready to go UT Wooper. Next up, Wooper and Meowth. 3 times 31, 20 plus. Needs a nature roll, though. This one I am going to pay for it to be female. That's going to be worth the 5K. So we're going to add that to our price check. So 196K is our total cost so far for both of these breeds. I'm pretty sure one of them will sell for that. What do you think is next in the Mysterious Ball family? Mysterious Dust Balls, Mysterious Time Balls. It's kind of a funny question. I would like to see Mysterious Luxury Balls. I feel like it kind of fits the theme of, like, I don't know, this like luxurious purchase you pay for and spend a lot of Pokeyen to skip a lot of time shiny hunting. I just like luxury balls though. Okay, here's our Wooper hatches. This one's perfect. It's ready to be sold. This one, hoping for a good nature roll, but I've been really lucky, so honestly, no complaints. That's just going to happen. That's totally okay. I can go ahead and try to find a breeder to put nature on this now. It's going to be kind of expensive. Or what I could do, what I might do is I might just breed another stat on it and go with 31 special attack and hope for a nature roll, because naive is unusable. We could get some. There's a lot of things that could be usable. So you know what? I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna do this. Kind of funny, but we're gonna go for it. Okay, honestly, this isn't that bad at all. That's actually wicked cheap. 73k for a 3x31. That's actually, I might just go ahead and yoink that. That's actually so sick. Okay, that's not bad at all. Why are my clicks not registering? Is it? Oh, it's definitely game lag. Okay. Okay, PokeMMO is just really laggy today, weirdly. I don't usually see this amount of server lag. Okay, so we paid 73k for that. We're also going to pay 20k for braces, so it's going to be plus 93k onto the cost once again. But this is going to be a really, really nice... It's going to be a really nice Wooper here in a split sec. All right, here we go. 4x31, hidden ability access Wooper coming out with recoverability. We're not going to get it alpha. That's okay. We're going to pay the 5k to make it female. So we're going to add 5k once again. Spending a lot on these two Wooper breeds now, but I think one of them should end up selling for around that 294k price. Let's see how this comes out. Okay, dude, this is why... Wait, hell yes. This is why we rebreed. Quiet is usable. It's not like ideal, but some people will run a quiet Quagsire. This is totally fine to boost that scald spam damage, dude. This is actually super fine. So now we have... This is actually sick. So now we have a Wooper. So once again, we're done, dude. We spent around 300k, okay? We spent around 300k on both of these Wooper breeds. Let's see what just the second one sells for. Literally just one of them. Let's see what it goes for. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be tough to. Let's check Quag. It's gonna be tough to price check. This is a pretty good example. This is 400k. Mine should be a little cheaper than that, because it's quiet, which is usable. But I'm gonna go. I think like 340, 350k. I'm gonna go 350k on this Wooper. And that's how good breeding for profit is. Like, I'm going 350k on this Wooper. And I spent 300k on both these breeds. So it's already going to cost me 18k for the listing fee. We'll factor that in, honestly. So I'm already making 30k or 40k or whatever profit. And now I get a second one to list off for also a really healthy amount of cash. Let's do 31, 31, 25, 25. Hidden ability access. Quag / Wooper. Okay, that doesn't look good. Wait a minute, chill. Bold nature. Bold nature is really important. It's the best nature you want on it. Let's do 25 plus here as well. Get a little more accurate price check. Let's check Wooper. There's just nothing. There's just not a whole lot. There's so much demand and so little supply right now. I am probably going to freeball and list this for... I think I sold a similar one. Wasn't this one pretty similar? 200k? I'm probably going to go ahead and sell this one for the same price. We're going to go 200k. So, and then 10k is another cost. Okay, so 200k, boom. 322k is our total cost, and we ended up listing them for 200k plus 350 minus, what was it, 322? So just for breeding these two Woopers, we made 225k Pokeyen expected profit coming in. And it's really, really high demand on these right now, so they should sell pretty well. Let's go ahead and actually collect a lot of Pokeyen. Didn't expect to breed for profit this much today, but when a market is this insane for it, you got to take advantage. So I went ahead and I took advantage of the Woopers. We'll go ahead and collect all of that, bring our Pokeyen stack up. You love to see it. All right, fellas, it is another day to do some Nincada hunting. As you can see, I'm going to be putting the Peepo Jam on screen to hide my login, because this strategy does require logging out over and over again. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be popping a Shiny Charm right now. Unfortunately, when I do this strategy, I actually can't have other people in the Shiny Charm, so it's kind of a one-man band sort of situation. I'm going to show you guys. If you watched yesterday's stream recap, you've seen this. I'm going to pop a Shiny Charm. I'm going to put some levels onto Nincada. I'm going to go ahead and do this, and then as soon as this cancel screen goes away, I'm going to log out and log back in, and that's going to save me a ton of time. Without doing the log out strategy, I was able to do around 90 Shedinja per hour. With the logout strategy yesterday, I was able to do, I believe, I think it was like 134 or something like that. So it was like 30% more Shedinja per hour. And this is what the strategy looks like. Super unique shiny hunt in PokeMMO. Wait, what is this broken animation? Are you guys seeing this? This doesn't mean I got a shiny, right? Why is this? What is happening? This does it mean shiny? Oh my god, my heart actually beat it so fast. Why did the animation break? It made me feel like I got a shiny. What just happened? Shiny question mark? Yeah, why would it do that if it wasn't a... Come on, man. That actually made me... That jump scared me, dude. I've never seen the animation break like that. It's not happening this time either. It was just that one time. It was just that one time. Come on. I actually got baited, dude. Shedinja jump scare. Maybe it's something to do with me like logging in and out over and over again. I don't know. That actually made me feel like it's just the hopium. I just want a shiny so bad, dude. Oh man. 60,000 encounters dry, bro. That's an 11% chance of not getting a shiny according to binomial distribution. When you think about it, there's two ways you could take that. You could hear that number and be like, oh man, there's only 11% chance of me going this dry. Oh man, that's so crazy. Or you could take it as, you know what? I've done like 36 shiny hunts. With that math, that actually means that like 3 of those hunts should have been over 60k. So it actually does kind of make sense. You know what? Like when you do enough shunts, you kind of get perspective where you're like, oh, you know what? Like you actually should go super dry at some points and super lucky, you know? Yeah, 11%. When you think about it, 11% isn't that crazy. 1 out of every 10 hunts or so should go this dry. It obviously sucks every time, but yeah, Danny, when you think about it, it's not that crazy, honestly. It just happens. It's not a big deal, you know, just keep going. Someone asked, do you ever get PokeMMO dreams? I actually used to, around when I got my first shiny. Around when I got my Stunfist, I had dreams of getting other shinies. But honestly, I haven't had a PokeMMO dream in a while. I used to get, if you ever played RuneScape, you've probably heard of this. I used to get UIM, Ultimate Iron Man wiping nightmares all the time. Like 5 days a week. Like it was like it's actually like, I wouldn't say life crippling, but like it affects your life. It's pretty wild. If you ever played RuneScape or ever played Ultimate Iron Man, you understand what it's like, because how do you like the comparison would be like, because okay, so Ultimate Iron Man and RuneScape, you can't use a bank, right? So you always have all of your items on you at all time. So the comparison would be like, I was like 2 years into my UIM, right? The comparison would be, and I played like 8 hours, I played like 12 hours a day. Ridiculous, right? I played a lot. I was going really hard and I streamed whatever, right? It would be comparable. Like imagine working a job for like 2 years, but never receiving your paycheck, but you're like saving all of that money into like one account and like stocking it up, right? And then after 2 years, you like get fired and you lose all of that money you built up. That's like what it's like. It's literally like if you wipe on your UIM, you lose like 2 years of progress in a matter of seconds. So like the constant anxiety and stress and fear of playing an Ultimate Iron Man would constantly weigh on those. Like if you ask any UIM player ever, hey, do you get like wiping nightmares? They almost all, like 99% will say yes. It's like an actual like epidemic in the Ultimate Iron Man scene, because it's just such a, I'm sure it happens with Hardcore Iron Man as well. Like Hardcore Iron Man dying nightmares, but I didn't play. I'm not good enough to play a Hardcore Iron Man, so I don't know. But yeah, UIM nightmares are very, very real. I can't wait to give that kind of anxiety to Pokeforce Hardcore Iron Man players. Dude, I can't wait either, Oceans. That would be incredible. All right, here is 30 encounters done. Let's go ahead and release all of that and move on to more Nincadas. We'll move these 30 over. Perfect progress. I was feeling super impulsive yesterday and I wanted to quit on a whim, and I blew all of my 8 mil Pokeyen as a 100-hour player on red envelopes. I assume you didn't open anything, and then I deleted the game. Is it too late to come back? All I got was a gym rerun. All I have left is a gym rerun Typhlosion, a Togekiss, and a comp Gligar. I think you can absolutely come back. Someone in chat said keep gambling. Don't listen to them. I've been in the exact same position you're at right now. I also like gambled away all my Pokeyen back in like 2015 was 2016 and quit the game. And I always just don't gamble. I always tell people it's just not, even in PokeMMO, it's just you're always gonna lose in the long run. You always lose in the long run. If I were you, man, I would just pick the game back up again if you want to. Obviously, it's just not fun for you. That's totally okay. But I would pick it back up. I would do your gym run every day and just try to be consistent. And if you really do like opening stuff, if you want to reward yourself every month or so or every few months by paying a little bit of Pokeyen, yeah, it's all, you're never too late. You could definitely make 8 mil Pokeyen in like a month of gym reruns. You can make it a lot faster if you do other stuff, but like 30 hours of work. Let's do 8 mil divided by like 300k on average per. You can make more than this though per gym rerun. So yeah, it'd be less than a month. You could do that in less than a month of gym reruns, just 1 hour a day. So like 26, 27 hours, which isn't that bad. You know, it's not easy, but it could be a lot worse. Obviously, it's a mistake, but you hopefully can just learn from that, and I wish you the best of luck, dude. Here, this is actually an interesting question. I didn't even realize this. So someone said, question, why do you make all the Nincadas female instead of male? Wouldn't you be able to resell male boxes to make more income? I don't make them all female. I didn't realize this, but they do all happen to be female. Yeah, it's just a coincidence that, that most of them, I think females just are cheaper. I just buy whatever's the cheapest Nincada. That's honestly a really funny question. I bet people specifically are more willing to pay more. I bet male Nincadas are more expensive. I never really thought about that. I bet male Nincadas are more expensive specifically because of that reason. Here's some for cheaper. I'll go ahead and I'll pick up any, but that's but yeah, that's so interesting. I never even would have thought about that. I just buy whatever is cheaper. Also, to be fair, a huge reason I like this hunt and a huge reason I'm doing this hunt is because it requires very little PC space. You need like 3 boxes to you need 3 boxes or so to actually store enough Nincadas for 1 hour of hunting. But other than that, like, you don't need like the 13 boxes like you need for egg hunting. Like, you just release everything after, and I kind of like that. It's like really quick, clean cleanup. All right, here's 30 more taken care of. Let me throw these in my party. I can throw this one and then release all of these. Rest in peace. That'll be 60 added to the encounter counter as soon as I'm done here. Okay, there's 30 more done. Let's grab 3 more and just keep pushing through. Release these. See you later, dudes. Peace. We got the Wishing Stone in December and still haven't gotten an update, and it's May. Yeah, I mean, welcome to PokeMMO devs. They are definitely slow and steady wins the race type, memers, which, if you want to say, I think it's fair to critique them on that. Like, a lot of people are too harsh on the devs and are too mean. If you want to critique them for saying, hey, you released this thing in December, that was like, hey, like, make sure to get this or else you'll miss out on something later on, and now it's May, it's that's pretty lame. Hard to defend that one. That's honestly a pretty interesting question. What do you think about investing in legendary lures for a future roaming legendary mon like the Reggie trio? Legitimately an interesting one. It's kind of risky is the problem. Like, they might just go down in price more before the Reggies come out. So let's say they're like 50k now, right? And then by the time the legendaries come out, they're like 30k or something like that. And now they'll spike back up to like 50k or 60k now that they're out or whatever, and now it's like, okay, well, that you didn't really make that much on your investment. It's a risk. It's like an interesting idea to think about. It's gonna be obviously you make your own decisions when making an investment, make your own risks, but it's a cool one to talk about. Is it worth to invest in legendary lures preemptively for the hype for like a possible new trio? Maybe a new trio won't even come out. I don't know. People have been theorizing about the Reggie trio and stuff, and it probably would be a pretty good one for like Hoenn or whatever, right? There wouldn't be much they wouldn't be like competitively overpowered at all. They're pretty safe to add for that reason. So I don't know, it's up to you. We'll have to see. It was a good thing to talk about, Kyles. All right, 30 more. I think that's 120, which, yeah, that makes sense mathematically. That's 120 encounters done. Let's see if we can get a few more on this 2 minutes of charm. All right, 21 seconds left on charm. This might be my last Shedinja. Okay, I might be able to weave in one more. Let's see if I can go kind of fast. Let's just grab one. That's all I need. Oh no, I misclicked. I don't think I got this. I don't think this counts because it didn't like evolve yet. I don't think it's gonna get impacted by the charm. That's okay. So I think no Shedinja unless one of these is shiny. Not the last second fumble to miss the last. Yeah, that Shedinja would have been shiny if I didn't fumble the timing. True, true, true. Okay, let's log in, fellas. Let's see how many I got within that hour. No shiny. Oh, this could technically be... No shiny, of course. Okay, understandable. Have a nice day. Dude, this hunt is actually so fucking expensive. So I did 130 or no 120 encounters plus 47, so 127. And then I also did a bunch of breeding earlier that I didn't calculate, so we're gonna do plus 137. So 276 plus 137. It's gonna put my new encounter counter number to 59,413. Let me go ahead and type that in. Boom. Just like that. You do have to manually add whenever you do like breeding for profit or breeding Pokemon, or whenever you do things like Shedinja Hunt, you'd have to manually add those to your encounter counter. All right, back to normal shunts. We're gonna do 2 honey trees. That's not very normal, but we're gonna do 2 honey tree encounters, and then we'll go up to the Sudowoodo Spot where I've been shunting for a long time. If you haven't ever seen me shunt there somehow, the shinies that I'm looking for up at the Sudowoodo Spot are number 1 in this priority order. Number 1, Sudowoodo. Number 2, Mr. Mime. Number 3, Breloom. Number 4, Scyther. And then number 5, Cricketune. That's like my order. The first 4 are all rares, which would be incredible to get here. I didn't have honey on this. Oops. That'd be like super lucky. We'll see. I can have that. I need to pop a repel. 1 sec. This spot is so good. I haven't been to this spot Route 210 in Sinnoh. The only thing is you have to be at this bottom part of Route 210. If you go to this top part, it's such a weird route. For whatever reason, it's different spawns. So be aware of that at least. Come down here, run back and forth in this grassy area, and get tons of different rare Pokemon, possibly good shinies. To be fair, I really would be happy with any shiny here. The only shiny I don't want here is Ponyta. It's literally the only one I don't want. So please no Ponyta. Other than that, no complaints. Here, I gotta mix it up for my own mental health, okay? We're on Shiny Charm from Abe, and I appreciate that. We're gonna head over to either Pattern Bush or like Berry Forest. Let's just go Pattern Bush for a little and see how it goes. I just want to mix things up, have some fun. I'm a huge proponent of switching up locations and changing your environment if you're getting bored of Pokemon in some way. What's your favorite sweet scent shunts? You're at one that's up there. You're at Dragonite, you said. That's a really good ×5 Horde sweet scent shunt in my opinion. Stunfisk is my number 1. Stunfisk is number 1 favorite. So I love shiny Stunfisk. Stunfisk, its Celdor is pretty good. Druddigon, Golett. Any Psyduck's a common one to look for. Slowbro, Quagsires / Wooper, Litwick's a great ×5. I have a bunch of videos that cover ×5 Horde shiny hunts. There's so many good ones. Duosion's underrated. True. Trubbish and Garbodor are fantastic shinies. 100%. Super agree. Yeah, those are ×3 Horde. Unfortunately, I wish there was. I've been trying to get a Trubbish. I've had 2 fails while going for Trubbish. I've gotten 2 Minchinos. Yeah, Poliwag / Poliwhirl is pretty solid. You can also get Poliwhirl, obviously, while XP training now over at Mount Silver, which is super good. Try to plan those passive, quote-unquote, passive shunts while you XP train or EV train for sure. I think Riolu is in Safari Zone right now. Say less. Absolutely say less. I'm down to risk a crazy shiny in the Safari Zone. That's what I'm all about, dude. I'm here for it. Dude, I feel like the shinies that people have here, this really shows you the level of players that come here to shiny hunt for Riolu. Shiny Aerodactyl, shiny Heracross, shiny Munchlax, shiny Staryu. These are all like pretty fucking rare shinies. Like shiny Staryu is probably the most quote-unquote common out of these. And that's still a tough single encounter shunt. Like, that's all, this is, there's some impressive players here going for Riolu. It doesn't show in the Pokedex that Riolu can be found here. Yes, it's a glitch. I've talked about this for a long time. This is actually, I made many videos on this. This is the best spot in the game to shiny hunt for Riolu, and it's not even in the Pokedex. It's like kind of underknown information, but I've tried to make a bunch of videos talking about it. Even though there's a chance for it to flee, like I'm pretty sure statistically, it's the best place to hunt is actually here. I made a video before, but it's pretty crazy. Because there's a decent chance if it's nighttime as well, if you're lucky, Riolu, so to clarify, Riolu only appears on certain days here, which is important. You need to lure. I don't think you lure here. I could be wrong. But this spot is super good. It's the best spot for Riolu, which is hilarious that Safari hunting Riolu is the most optimal. It's very funny, especially Papa Lord just in case, especially considering that Johto added the new best spot for Riolu. That's wild. Okay, come on, chat. Leave me alone. You know it's been a long stream when I start fucking mispronouncing and combining stuff. I just said Humpluff instead of Jumpluff. Anyways, that's a perfect spot to go ahead and call it then. That's my perfect excuse. So, Thank you guys for watching today. I'm going to go chill. I'm going to relax a little bit. Hopefully it was enjoyable, a fun little stream. I had a lot of fun. Thank you guys for making it so fun. Like the stream if you enjoyed it. Dislike if not. Subscribe to the channel for daily videos. I upload every single day. I stream 4 times a week, Monday through Thursday. That's a crazy ending. I stream 4 times a week, Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below for updates on my content. And if you want to go above and beyond and support my content, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo donations do go a super long way. Doubters win again. Don't remind me. You hate to see it. But anyways, have a good day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow for a Thursday stream. Peace, fellas. Hey, thanks so much for watching the entire video all the way to the end. I really appreciate that, and I hope it was a positive asset to your day. And I also want to quickly say extra thank you to everybody whose name is on this list and goes above and beyond and allows me to do what I do. Thank you very much. Have a good one.